Had a chicken getting carried off by something in the middle of the night. I heard the chicken squalling, you know, it was in terror, being eaten alive. My pants were inside out. I couldn't get one of the pant legs on. Weapon light on a shotgun. Battery was dead. The flashlight that was in my pocket, battery was dead. I heard the distant screams of my chicken being carried off into the distance only to be eaten. I felt like a failure. Let me know in the comment section if you have ever been woefully ill-equipped for whatever task was at hand. Let me know. Describe that for me in the comment section. I always enjoy reading about you guys' stories. I'm attempting to climb this ridiculously steep hill. It may not look like much on camera, but trust me, it's pretty dang steep. And it's very slick, covered in red clay. And with street tires on my motorcycle and my lack of abilities, it's really, really tricky. And now I'm in a tight spot because going up is impossible. I've lost all my momentum. And going down is sketchy because it's, like I said, very slick and very steep going down this hill. But I found myself in this kind of situation plenty of times where I've just been ill-equipped, whether equipment-wise or a lack of skills, ability, knowledge, stamina, physical abilities, whatever. I attempted to run 28 miles on my 28th birthday. And because of my lack of training and stamina and abilities, I ended up getting a stress fracture in my foot. Now I made it to 28 miles, but it was pitiful. I ended up limping like the last 10 miles. It was horrible. But things like this inspire me. It's the challenges, it's the defeats, it's the losses, losses per se, that inspire me to learn more, to do more, to be better, and to have the tools that are required to get the job done. And I always kind of compare myself to a multi-tool. I want to be the multi-tool. Well, yes, a Leatherman kind of sucks as a knife, It kind of sucks as a pair of pliers. It kind of sucks as a screwdriver. But it'll do all of those things. It will do it. You can use a Leatherman for all sorts of things. I used one yesterday to install a light fixture. Is it the best tool for the job? No, but it's the one that was in my pocket. So that's kind of how I want to be. I want to be well-rounded and versatile and able to do a plethora of things. Whatever life may throw at me, that's what I want to be prepared for, and that's what I want to be ready to conquer. My little motorcycle here, the Honda XR150L, is a pretty good multi-tool. I mean, it's efficient, it's fuel efficient, it's easy to ride. It'll handle various terrain from pretty rough, I mean, obviously I've kind of reached its potential here with the tires that I've got on here. The different tires, I think I might be able to make it up there. Coming down, sketchy. But it's a versatile tool. It'll get me where I want to go and get me to some places probably where I shouldn't be, like right here. I'll get out of here. No, one way or another, I'll get out of here. No big deal. Might get a couple bumps and bruises on the way down, but we shall see. Now, I think there's something to be said about the tool that does one thing really, really well. I get that. I get it. I mean, I think there's something special about that. But it's just not practical for most of the things in my life. I'm not going to have the one tool in all these situations. I just can't carry all the things that do specific tool jobs. I want to have something that can do lots of different things. Like, for example, a saw. In a wilderness setting like this, a saw is a really handy tool. I mean, you can cut firewood up and it's safe, it's efficient. It's a really good tool for gathering firewood, building shelters, structures, that kind of stuff. But it's not as versatile as something like an axe or a machete. An axe or a machete can do everything that a saw can do, but a saw can't do everything that an axe and a machete can do. So that's why I kind of lean that direction. I want to be the machete. I want to be the multi-tool. I want my body to be capable of sprinting to the top of this mountain right here as fast as anybody around me. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that can beat me, of course. I'm not the fastest guy on the block, but I want to be. I want to be the toughest dude on the block. That's what I'm striving to be. I want to be fitter, faster, stronger than everyone else. Probably not going to happen, and I'm going to get beat a lot, of course. But that's the goal I'm striving to accomplish. It's like my little backpack here that I was wearing today. It's versatile, it's handy, it's convenient, it's easy to have on you. Is it the best backpack? No, of course not. Good grief, you wouldn't want to be hiking miles upon miles with, 20, 30 pounds in here with these small little straps. Of course not. But what this thing is it's something that you can have on you all the time. And just like the best, just like the multi-tool is not the best, knife, it's a knife that you can have on you all the time. And a pack like this can be folded up and literally stuck in a back pocket right there. Or typically what I would do with it is put it in my other pack in one of these little side pockets. That way, if I exceed the storage capacity of my pack or my milk crate here or my pockets or whatever, and I need a little bit extra, I've got something that can solve that problem. I can stuff it full of my gear, like my Refuge Medical first aid kit. Awesome first aid kits, by the way. Link in the description, comment section. Everybody needs one of those in your vehicle. If you're traveling on something on wheels, you should definitely have a solid first aid kit. But anyway, back on subject, I can take it like this, and then I can use the compression straps here to cinch down on top of my little cinch pack. And now I have, nearly doubled the capacity of my little Tarahumara pack right here, which I think is pretty dang cool. And I love stuff like this because it's just such an elegant, simple solution to problems. Mosquitoes, like right now, buzzing around my head. Boom, problem solved. Spider webs everywhere this time of year. And if it's a hot, sweaty, nasty day like it is today and you want to take a little bird bath, oh man, use it as a towel or use it as a washcloth. I love simple, elegant solutions to problems. Recently did a video on the top 4 firearms that, every man should have. Homesteader, preparedness-minded individual like myself. My top 4, like what would my choices be? And without question, I think I would go with the shotgun every time. It's my number 1. If I had to pick one, it'd be a 12 gauge pump action shotgun because it can do everything. It can do all of the things. It can take care of business on all fronts. Is it the best for, carrying long distances? And that's what everybody says, if you're on foot for miles upon miles, good luck carrying all the ammo. Okay, maybe, yes, that is true. It is big, bulky ammunition, of course. And if, you're in the unlikely situation where you have to truck it on foot for miles upon miles, and you might be regretting that decision, of course. But in the real world, in most of life, it's not going to be that big of an issue, and the rounds that you have on you are probably going to be enough. I took a shot the other day after a fox that was going after my chickens. Talked about this in other videos, and I was ill-equipped. I had a 5-shot 357 snub-nose revolver. And at 50 yards, shooting at a small little fox off in the distance through brush, I was not talented, skilled enough with that tool at hand. Now, if I'm honest, there's also a big part of me that kind of enjoys being unprepared for stuff. I know that kind of sounds strange, but I like the problem solving. I enjoy when things go south. Oh man, so many spiders today. When things go south, I enjoy the pressure of having to solve a problem. That is enjoyable to me. I mean, that gives me a sense of accomplishment. If you go on a motorcycle ride and everything goes smooth and there's no malfunctions, no mechanical breakdowns, no crashes, I mean, yeah, it's fun. It is fun. And, most people would probably appreciate a trip going like that. But my absolute favorite part is when things go wrong and you have to stop what you're doing, stop the mission, pause the mission, and start solving problems one at a time. So, like for example, the battery on my motorcycle is dead. Been having some electrical issues with that bike. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's dead right now. But I'm not worried about it. I'm going to figure it out. I'll drift start, I'll bump start it down the hill probably, and it'll probably run just fine. I don't know why the battery's dead, but it is. And And if that doesn't work for some reason, plan B or C, wherever. I'll figure it out. I'll walk out of here if I have to. And I wouldn't mind that too bad either, you know. Change my plans up for the day a little bit. But hey, sometimes your plans got to change a little. You got to be flexible, nimble. You got to be willing to adapt. I like that. I don't like having set schedules either. You know, this is, I guess kind of on the same subject, I guess, but I don't like when my week is planned out ahead of me. I'm not good at that. Some people are very schedule oriented. Some people are very regimented, you know. I do this at this time of day, every single day, without question. And having discipline is important. Don't get me wrong. Because that's how you're going to achieve the multi-toolness that we're talking about, is by being disciplined. But at the same time, I like having flexibility in my schedule, you know. As long as I check all the boxes and I'm disciplined enough to do so, I like it being able to flow and flex every single day. I'd be miserable. Let's say if I was a bricklayer and I knew every day, all day, my entire week, my entire month, my entire year is going to be filled with nothing but laying bricks. Just shove me off the cliff. Like, oh man, I couldn't do it. And that's why one of my side gigs, besides this very, profitable YouTube thing that I'm doing, barely pays the bills, but besides this, another way that I help provide for my family is I'm a handyman. And every day that I go do a handyman job is different. Every single day it's different. The jobs are always something special. It's another problem to solve. And my mind is not bored, like out of my mind at doing the same old thing every single day. I like that a lot. Dang, look at this spring. Holy cow. Look at this. This spring is flowing. Holy cow, look at that. I mean, that is a lot of water coming from out of the earth right here. And friends, I generally encourage everyone to filter, boil their water, and don't drink wild water if you can help it. But when it comes out of the earth like this right here, fast flowing, little spring head right here, and I know that there's nothing uphill of here. I mean, there's no like toxic waste dumps, there's no houses, there's nothing up here. It's just the top of a hill. That's it. This, I feel totally comfortable drinking straight out of the ground, and I do it all the time. I've drank a lot of gallons of water just like this. And it tastes amazing. Do I recommend that you do this? No. Just because, I don't know how your body will react to it. I've been doing this my whole life. And knock on wood, I don't think I've ever been sick from the water. Maybe I'm just chock full of parasites. just in my pores, just all throughout me. Maybe not. Key tip here, guys. Something that I struggle with. I think all men, a lot of women too, but I think this is specifically directed at men for sure, is that be willing to admit you don't know how to do something. If you don't know how to do something, don't be so stubborn and prideful and unwilling to admit it that you never learn. I encountered a guy the other day. He didn't know how to use a ratchet strap. Okay, ratchet straps are a pain in the neck. I get it. And if you've never learned how to use one, take the time to learn how to ask somebody how to use it, regardless of what age you are. But he was embarrassed, and I could tell he didn't know how to use one. But he ended up just kind of like tying it in a knot because he knew he didn't know how to use it, but he was afraid to admit that he didn't know how to use it. Don't be that guy. I have more respect for a guy that's willing to say, hey, dude, I don't know how to do this. Like, just show me real quick, please. I know I suck. Just show me how to do it. And if we can put away our pride and accept that we don't, and admit that we don't know everything, and learn each and every single day, or whenever the opportunity presents itself. Man, think about how much more capable we would be if we just if I just put aside my pride every time and said, you know what, I suck at this. Or like jiu-jitsu. I used to train jiu-jitsu a lot. I've kind of gotten away from it for various reasons, time constraints, excuses. You get it. Be willing to spar with that much more talented guy. That guy that's bigger, stronger, faster, more skilled than you. Be willing to spar with that guy, because that's how you grow. By getting beat. By getting beaten. By getting crushed and choked out. That's how you get better. If you always go for the easy targets and you never get beat, I think that's when you stop growing. Friends, I appreciate you watching. I've probably rambled on enough. Leave a comment for me. When have you struggled? When have you failed? Has there ever been a time when you were too embarrassed to admit you didn't know how to do something? What was that? Confide in us right now. And thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things. And until next time, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go on 3.